Alright, so true Bankai tier list. Now this video may be long because I'll be talking about every true Bankai in the game at the current moment, and some stuff that I'll talk about in today's video are Benjamin and Assimilation. Just know that those are the two Shikai slash Bankais in the game that currently don't have a true mode. But yeah, let's jump into it. So before I even start, I just want to say that the true modes in this game are very inconsistent because some true modes definitely got love compared to others, and most of them are just mid and only a select few actually had effort put into them. So yeah, let's start off with B tier. So in B tier we have Assimilation down here. The reason it's here is because it got really nerfed in the beginning of the update. Like if you read its patch notes, the entire patch notes at like the balance section was just Assimilation nerfs. Plus it doesn't even have a true Bankai at the current moment, so there's nothing much to say about it. Now the other thing we have here is the Judgment True Bankai. Now the Judgment True Bankai, all it really does is give you a courtroom, and the court move doesn't really change anything actually. All it really does is just give you a courtroom, and if you get sent to trial after using a multiple amount of your moves, it will give the opponent a debuff, and that's pretty much it. Now the other one we have here is Poison. Now Poison is interesting. It just has a custom pop animation, and other than that it gives you like a poison zone and makes your moves do a lot more poison damage. And lastly we have Weight. Now Weight is pretty cool. It gives you like a gravity like domain, and your moves do a lot more damage, and that's basically it. You just get a buffed Bankai. Now on to A tier. Now starting off with A tier, we have the Shadow True Bankai. Now the Shadow True Bankai is actually pretty cool because you literally turn into Song Jing-woo. You literally turn into Song Jing-woo with your extra skill where you summon a Shadow Army, and what you do is just summon like fish bones, pretty much it. You still have your normal Shadow Bankai, and I think as well in your Shadow Bankai you don't take damage, very similar to one of your moves that you had before. The next one we have here is Wind. Wind gives you like a giant stick that you can just swing around, and it gives you like a mini Hollow Purple, and that's pretty much it. Nothing else interesting, and the domain is pretty mid. Lightning is pretty strong. It does a lot of damage. It buffs a lot of your moves and changes some of them. Like for example, that one move where you like TP to people, that one goes to multiple people now, and it's way bigger and way stronger. After we have Zangetsu. Zangetsu is pretty lame. All it has really is just that your moves are lower cooldown. I was expecting more for it, and one thing about it is that yes, your moves are more spammable, but I've noticed that when I fight other true modes, it's like I'm doing no damage to them because their true modes just have more hacks than my hacks. So yeah, I would like if they added something extra for Zangetsu since he's like the main character, so they should have like, I don't know, something cooler with it other than just you just spamming your moves. Fire, get increased damage, and fire damage was already insane, so the fact that this fire got a buffed was just insane. And nothing really changes with fire, just that you get more damage, and that's pretty much it. And you also have passive burn damage as well. Now Kyoka is the same. There's nothing new about Kyoka Sugetsu. Kyoka remained the same, and only one of the moves got buffed in it, and that's pretty much it for Kyoka. Confusion is still a brain dead Bankai. Even with the true Bankai, it's still brain dead. That is really easy to use as well. The true for it makes it so that your opponent literally gonna fight you back because it literally just flips the screen over and over and over again, and it just confuses them completely. It literally is the name. Now after that we have Water. Water is a complete water domain, and you literally gonna do nothing against it. And literally it summons water dragons as well that auto track to you and makes your screen confused. Now the other one we have here is Ash. Now Ash makes the entire place ash. You really can't even see your own ash domain. It's just really strange actually. And their opponent can't see and you can't see. It would make more sense if the screen was clearer to you and it was ash for your opponents. But you have to literally look in your own ash to find your opponents, which is pretty funny. But yeah, now the other one we have here is Duality. Now Duality didn't have much change other than the fact that you had like that thing above you where if you like press the cycle, one cycle will make you do more damage and the other cycle will heal you, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing new with it. It's just literally still the base Duality Bankai, just that you have the cycle with it now. Now the other one we have here is Creation. Now Creation is pretty cool because Creation is literally Shiro Emiya. You have literally every weapon in the entirety of Type Soul, even spec weapons by the way. So one second you can have Flower Sword, next second you can have Unohana Sword, next second you have Bankai Gauntlet. You can literally get every weapon in the game with Creation, and the moves will melt, and you get a custom pop, and you get a pretty cool domain. So Creation was definitely one of the devs' favorite in this update. Now Berserk is just hyper armor, is literally just hyper armor. You literally cannot hit a Berserk user, they're just gonna spam on you, and the lower the Berserk user gets, the passive of Berserk is the lower you get, the more damage you do. So yeah, it's just annoying to fight against. Next one we have here is Blood. Blood didn't get anything new other than just some recallers, and that's it. You didn't get anything new with Blood, but Blood was a very solid base Bankai already, so it didn't really need much. It would have been cooler if they had like more effects or something to it, but other than that, it's literally just the base like Bankai for Blood, just that it got more stronger. Ink is the same thing. You get a custom like ink domain. Like ink is the same, it's just that you get a domain basically, and your moves are more damageable and they're insta hits now, so it's pretty good. Now on to S tier. Now in S tier, let's start off with Snow. So Snow is pretty good. It has a custom pop animation as well, and it literally makes it so you cannot fight back because it will constantly just freeze you, and there's literally nothing you can do because you'll constantly be shivering and you cannot fight back. And also the snow literally slows you down, so snow is really good for boss turning, especially if you're gonna jump to spot the snow and literally no one can fight back against you because they won't be able to move fast, and plus it literally makes them freeze over and over again. So yeah. Now Flower is really strong. Now Flower will be scary if you are trapped in that domain, but it's very easy to escape a Flower domain by just using Time Cut or Strata Strike from someone outside, and boom, you're literally out. But if you are actually in that domain, you're not winning. You're literally not winning because the Flower just click keybinds and all their moves will land and it will just melt your HP. Ice has something very similar to Snow, where it constantly freezes your opponent, so your opponent is very like frozen and it can't fight you back. And also the thing with Ice is that it literally has like a passive wherever you hit it. Like whenever you hit it, it will have like an ice clone in the back which will TP to, which negates the damage that you just did. So it's going to be very difficult to fight an ice user because you're constantly just going to escape your combos with the ice clones that they have in the back. And yeah. Suzume Bachi was one that surprised me that they had love for Suzume Bachi. Suzume Bachi, what it does is takes you into a gladiator ring and you can spam nukes on your opponent. Literally, they have nukes in the sky that are falling down on you, which is pretty funny. But yeah, it's really strong actually. And yeah, all your moves got a heavy buff and you just have constant nukes, so it's kind of one of the most annoying true Bankais to fight. This one could be switched out with like Ice or any one of them. Literally, the ones here, other than the top three, are literally the strongest things in the game at the current moment, but everything else in S tier can be switched around. Now, Benihime does not have a true Bankai, but the rework made Benihime literally unkillable. Literally one of the easiest Shikais you can literally play in the game at the current moment. It's very tactical and one of the best things ever because Benihime rework, I don't know, Christie, I don't know. He just made this thing really cracked out. Now I'm looking forward to future Shikais and stuff reworks if this is what Benihime got, because Benihime was literally unbeatable. I played ranked against a Benihime and it was one of the most miserable things ever. And I still won the fight, but literally if it was in the hands of someone better, you will not beat a Benihime user, even though they don't have a true. Now, if we're talking about a Benihime by itself versus a true, definitely would lose, but this is a ranking based on how good abilities are. So, on to Shinso. Now, Shinso surprised me as well with the love he got. It has a custom pop animation. It has a second, like, cutscene in its Bankai. Like, after a certain amount of time, you will have a second cutscene which opens a gate, and that gate will constantly attack your opponents while they're there. So, you have constantly hitting moves in your Shinso domain, and it has a custom domain as well. So, you know, definitely one of the devs' favorite abilities here. And it's literally just really annoying to fight against because it just constantly hits you. It's like fighting like the Miracle. You know how the Miracle True has like at a certain point all your moves become insta hit? Same thing can be said with Shinso. It's just insane actually. Now, the best ability in the current moment in the game at the current moment is Theater. Now, Theater surprised me as being the best ability in the game, and I'll explain why. So first off, Theater in itself, its normal Bankai is really strong, yes, and the Shikai itself is really good. Kind of counterable now because people know how to fight against it, but let's talk about a true Bankai. So first off, once you pop your true Bankai, the first act makes it so nobody can hit each other, and literally no one could pop or anything inside it, so it's just basically a stall kind of thing. So yeah, your second act is literally poison. Your opponents cannot do anything. Like, they're just gonna get poisoned if you combo your skills with it. You know, in true Bankai, all your moves get really stronger. So if you combo any move with the poison in there, you will just constantly melt your opponent. So it's annoying. And then on to the third act, where your opponent Ryatsu will just get drained. Your Ryatsu will get drained too, but your opponent Ryatsu will get drained faster than you. And once your Ryatsu are over, it start draining their HP. So you're already low from the second act with the poison and the damage from their Bankai skills. You're getting more damage from you losing all your Ryatsu and your passively is losing health. Then the fourth act is just there to finish you off by one-shotting everyone in the domain and insta-gripping. So, yeah, it's just insane how strong they made Theater in this game. But tell me guys' thoughts on what your favorite true Bankai is in the comment section below, and if you guys agree with the tier list. I know a lot of people may not agree with it, but if you actually look up how these true Bankais work, you will understand that this tier list is actually pretty valid. But get you signed off. If you guys need to jump to the video, subscribe and turn on post notifications. Also join my Discord server in the description if you need Tyso help. Get you sign off. Love y'all.